Hi, I'm Annabel Rolley for Australian Golf Digest TV. When it comes to developing a routine when putting, you're really trying to establish a feeling that you're going to make the putt. I want you to think back to Tiger in his prime and think about how he really stalked the putt. He would take his time and look at the putt from every angle, from this side of the putt, the other side of the hole, the sides of each, and that he's just taking everything into account because he's trying to establish this feeling of, I can make this putt. Now that doesn't come about just easily. So it's not just a matter of having a quick gander at the line of the putt and then getting up and slapping at it. There's a real process to this. So I'm going to talk you through the 4 steps of this process, and it's going to help you not only focus on the process rather than the outcome, but it's also going to get you in that headspace of I'm going to make this putt. Now the first step to the process is establishing the line of the putt. So that means figuring out how much break there is, and this doesn't mean just looking at like a narrow strip of somewhat near the line of what you think it's going to be. This means taking into consideration like hills that might be nearby or water, because they're going to have an influence on how the putt breaks. The second thing that you're going to need to consider is the speed. So this really needs to be done doing drills and exercises on a practice putting green. However, what you're trying to establish with speed is the relativity between the length of the stroke and how far the putt is, or how far you want the ball to release. So with this length of putt, around 20 feet, I know instinctively that the length of my stroke is about that. And that comes through practice. The next step, number 3, is visualization. This comes back to what I was saying earlier. This is all in an effort to get your mind in a place that says, I can sink this putt. Then the 4th and final step is practice strokes. So these practice strokes are very specific in terms of what you're trying to produce when you strike the ball. So it's just exactly what you want when you actually take the putt. So after you've done 1 or 2 practice strokes or whatever your normal routine is, then it's time to pull the trigger. You've done everything you can in order to successfully hold the putt. So let's see if I can. That was nice. I must have gone through those 4 process steps very nicely. I'm happy with that putt.